Oh, hello, my ghosties and ghoulies. Welcome back to the channel. It's so pleasant to see you here today. It is the second week of March 2026, and this is going to be your pick a card reading for the week. So I hope last week has been good to you. I know some of you guys were having transformation and all kinds of wonderful things happening last week. Thank you for letting me know about that, and thank you for all of your messages. I did receive some private messages and DMs about last week's reading, so I'm so excited about that. I am going to be doing some answer your questions kind of readings over the next while as well. So let's have a look and see what happens this week. 1, 2, and 3. And your tokens, which will be your significator for this week. Let's have a look at those and see what we have. The first is the star, and it's not just a star, it's a starfish. Starfish have a particular property of being able to rebuild parts of themselves. If they lose an arm, they are able to grow that back. This is about self-healing. This is about the journey towards completion. And healing yourself. So this, if you're drawn to this, then the first card will be your card for this week. Let's have a look at the second token. The second token is the beautiful butterfly. So for some of you who tuned in last week, your transformation may be continuing. It may be a smaller transformation than last week because this is quite a bit smaller butterfly, but this is small changes that blossom into larger ones over time. So we have transformation as your second card. Oh my gosh, for some of you it really is about transformation. If you are drawn to the butterfly, please do feel free to listen to or read to have a look at both of these layouts because they are both butterflies. And in fact, they are almost identical butterflies. That is really fascinating. It very rarely ever happens where I draw two of the same token, but really what that means is there's someone out there who really needs to hear this message about positive transformation this week. And in fact, what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling with the two butterflies be coming up, and they're both small butterflies, it may mean that there are small changes that are leading to very large transformations for you. So have a look at both of these piles if you have chosen or if you're drawn to the butterfly. We're going to start off with the starfish though. So let's have a look at your card. Again, this is about healing, about regrowth, and about a kind of self-healing. So let's have a look at your card for the week. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great week for you guys. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about new beginnings. It's about all aces are about new beginnings. They're about also about filling yourself up and rewarding yourself with energy in a way. The Ace of Cups is all about energy. It's about emotional energy, and it's about abundance. This is about the overflowing of abundant feeling and feeling like things are going really well for you this week, that you have it together, you have enough, and you have enough to share. So you have a lot of abundance and an abundant new beginning at some point this week. And in connection to that being a self-healing thing or some kind of putting yourself back together, or putting a situation back together, you may find that this is a completion of your healing that's happening this week, and that your regrowth has happened, and now you can actually start to enjoy the abundant new beginning in front of you. I love to see this for you. Okay, so the second token for the week, and the third one as well, is the butterfly, which is about transformation. See what your week has involved in you. Okay, here's what I'm seeing, and it may be kind of why the butterfly's coming up twice. So in this card and the next one, you have had a series of small wins or transformations. You're becoming better. You're having growth. You're growing new wings and becoming, in small but noticeable ways, you're transforming into the better version of yourself. The thing about it is, sometimes when we do this, the people around us are actually not that happy for us. So there's almost a warning with this as far as your transformation and the journey that you're moving forward to transform yourself in your life in front of you. Be careful who you share that with this week, because you might find that if you share it with the wrong people, they can kind of break that energy for you. And they can make it feel like that's not worth doing, or they can bring you down. So they can steal energy away from this transformation, because this card is supposed to, in its upright state, involve celebrating your transformation, celebrating your wins, and having the people around you enjoy and celebrate those wins with you. But it's reversed, which means you may be dealing with a period this week where you're feeling like you're getting ahead, you're transforming, you're doing everything right, and have positive movement forward. But the people around you might express a little bit of jealousy around that, or they may feel threatened around your growth because they're not growing in the way that you are. So be careful who you share your transformation with this week, because you do not want these people to stop this transformation in its tracks, and they can if you allow them to. But you don't have to allow them to. Be careful who you share your good energy with this week, because they're not all going to be happy for you. People that are frustrated in their own lives and they aren't seeing positive transformation in their own life and with themselves, oftentimes when they see it in other people, they can be jealous and they can be envious, and they can try, consciously or otherwise, to kind of break this transformation for you. So be careful who you're sharing this with this week. Okay, and the third one, again, it's about transformation. And the oddest thing happened when I picked this one up, because the last card was about transformation as well. It was an equally small butterfly, but when I picked this one up, it felt larger and heavier. So I'm feeling like this might be a more significant amount of transformation that you're dealing with, or that the changes are weightier and they have more stability or more substance to them. So there's substantive change happening here. There's substantive alterations happening. Okay, so let's have a look and see what your card says about it. Okay. This actually does harken back to the last card, and I hope that if you pulled the second butterfly of the reading, that you'll go back and look at that as well. Because one of the things that I talked about in that is that how sometimes the people around you are not always happy with your changes, even though they are positive and they are things that you want to have happen. And I feel like there's a weighty change that's happening here with you in particular for the third pile. And it's in relation to some changes that you're making for yourself and that are helping you grow. They're helping you grow new wings. But not everyone around you is happy about this. And particularly with family, you might find that someone in your family or a certain segment of the people around you in your community, there might be people amongst those people that are not actually happy about your transformation. And part of it is they feel threatened by it. And part of it is they feel like you're, I feel like with family in particular, oftentimes when people change and they are part of a family, certain members of the family can feel threatened by that. And that you're leaving the family, or you're leaving them or abandoning them in some way. So for you guys, be careful. Again, I said this with the last card. Be careful who you share this energy or share this information with this week, because they may not all be happy about it, especially in the wider sense of a wider family or wider community. So keep it close to your vest, and keep it close for the people that you know are actually going to be the ones that are pleased and happy for you, that you're making transformative change. And that you're, even though it can mean that you might be moving, becoming or feeling more separate from family or community, it's still positive for you. So keep it close to your vest and only trust the people that are the closest to you with this information, not the people who are going to look at it as a threat or look at it as you're kind of looking at yourself as being better than them and having that kind of nasty kind of sentiment around how they feel about you changing and how they feel about the habits you're leaving behind and the things that you're leaving behind. So be careful who you're celebrating your change with this week, because there is a potential that this could. I don't think it'll break the transformation. I think the transformation is there for good. It feels heavy. It feels solid. But this can make it harder by not having the support around you. So be careful who you share it with. So those are your readings for the second week of March. I hope that they find you well. I hope you're warm. I hope you know that winter is going to end eventually. We are in the Ides of March right now, so we'll get through it together. In the meantime, until I see you next week, stay warm, stay happy, stay healthy, and don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night, because they're there in the light too. And we'll see you next week.
Took your car.